part right here is our check. And I'm going to kind of walk right through that, I'm going to walk right down the chaff row. So where my finger is, this is untreated. This is 3.25 ounces of Zidua that has been applied post-plant pre. And you might say that control isn't very good, or it isn't much different than the untreated check, and you wouldn't be all that wrong. This is what I'm talking about, that we have a hard time getting our chemistries really activated. So right here represents where we're going to move into 3.25 ounces of Zidua fall applied. And I was scoring that at probably 60% control. So you can see some rye in there. And then when we get right up to here, so there's your line, this little chunk of the world, this is 5 ounces of Zidua fall applied. So some take homes here is there's a pretty decent rate response in between our 5 ounce rate right here and our 3.25 ounce rate fall applied. And we step backwards again when we go into the post-plant pre. So it does appear that getting that chemistry set and the rate is pretty important. Here's our 5 ounce rate. 5 ounce rate is on the blue. And we're going to look at that right next to some pretty heavy rye pressure right there. So there's our 5 ounce is going to end about right there, where we're going to lose control again. We're going to move on to Fierce. So Fierce is that combination product, peroxysulfone and flumi. We don't use it very often in spring wheat or in winter wheat because the crop response just isn't all that desired. When I get down here, there's a little bit of rye, not that bad. I was scoring this plot at about 80% control. Right here, we move into the 12 ounce, and I was scoring this in that 95% control category. After that, we move into 2 of the layered concepts. So this is a heavier rye patch. So this is what the 12 ounces of Fierce look like. Here's my line. This is 3.25 ounces of Zidua, followed by 3.25 ounces fall applied. I scored that in the 60% category. This is 5 ounces followed by, so here's our line, 5 ounces followed by 3.25. Let's take a look at that kind of side by side. So 5 ounces is on the red, 3.25 ounces fall applied is on the blue. I'm really holding the camera right in the middle of the two. It's maybe a little hard to see. I see a rate difference between the two. 5 is outperforming 3. No surprise. 9 ounces of Fierce. Right here. So here's our 9 ounces. There's a little bit in the rows. About right here, we move into the 12, and it's really pretty clean. Some late emerging stuff down here. Come on. But really pretty clean. So that's the 12 ounce Fierce rate. I have a few others where really what this is, so you can, as I pan up, it's just not as good at all. These would be our spring applications. I'm honestly not seeing a huge difference between the March and the April. And then the post-plant pre's just weren't as good. And really part of my take-home, or what I hope to be able to come back and film out here, is what are we getting for longevity of control? We know that one of the issues with Italian rye is that the flushes keep coming and coming and coming. So right there we move into the Fierce. That is Valor. Beyond it is the layered concepts with Zidua. So would any of these layered concepts offer more length of control with Italian rye than the current spring applied or relying all on the post?